Let's talk about the emergency fund. That big pile of cash everyone says you absolutely have to have? Well, what if I told you the classic advice isn't just a little outdated? What if it's actually costing you? We're going to explore a much smarter way to think about your financial safety net. You've heard this a million times. It's Personal Finance 101. Save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. It's written everywhere. It's taught everywhere. And look, it's not terrible advice, but you know what? It's definitely not the best advice. There's a much more efficient way to build that cushion.
So here's the fundamental problem with that one-size-fits-all rule. Not all emergencies are the same, not even close. Lumping every possible crisis into one big savings account is kind of like using a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame. Yeah, you might get the job done, but it's messy, inefficient, and honestly, there's a much better tool for the job. And that's really where we start to see the cracks in the foundation of this old-school advice. The traditional emergency fund has this one major flaw. It completely fails to distinguish between two very, very different types of financial crises. Understanding this difference, well, that's the key to everything. Let's dig.
First up, let's talk about something called a spending shock. Think of this like a financial sucker punch. It's that sudden, out-of-nowhere, one-time expense that just pops up and demands to be paid, like right now.
You know exactly what this feels like, right? The air conditioner dies in the middle of a heat wave, or your car just flat out refuses to start one morning. All of a sudden, bam, you're looking at a $2,000 bill. This isn't about covering your rent for 6 months. It's about having a chunk of cash ready to go to fix a single urgent problem immediately.
Okay, now for the second type of crisis, the income shock. And trust me, this is a completely different animal. This isn't about a single surprise bill. This is about your entire stream of income just stopping. Usually, this means an unexpected job loss. This is the kind of event that really shakes your financial foundation to its core.
This slide just makes it so clear, doesn't it? Look at the two side by side. A spending shock is a sudden bill. Its financial need? Immediate cash. An income shock is a loss of paychecks. Its financial need? Ongoing liquidity. And that is the crucial distinction. We're talking about two completely different problems that require two completely different solutions. Using one giant fund for both just doesn't make sense. So if we agree we have two different problems, then we absolutely need two different solutions. It's time to ditch that single bucket approach and start building a smarter, more dynamic, two-part safety net.
So for those spending shocks, the broken down car, the leaky roof, the answer is simple. You need cash. Cold, hard, easily accessible cash. There is zero room for negotiation here. When that emergency vet visit happens, you need to be able to pay the bill right then and there.
This means the money for your spending shock fund has to be in a place where it's 100% safe and you can get to it in a heartbeat. We're talking a checking account or, my personal favorite, a high-yield savings account. The goal here isn't growth, it's stability and speed. You cannot afford for this money to be down 10% on the day you need it most.
But when it comes to an income shock, the whole game changes. You don't actually need instant access to 6 months of expenses in cash. What you need is liquidity. Now that's a subtle distinction, but it is so incredibly powerful. Liquidity is simply about having assets you can turn into cash pretty quickly without taking a major loss. And this is where we get to avoid the huge opportunity cost of having tons of cash just sitting around.
Think about it. An income shock plays out over weeks and months, not minutes. You just need to be able to pull out money as you need it to pay your monthly bills. This completely opens up your options. You can keep these funds in investments that can actually grow for you, like in a brokerage account. Your money is still there for you, but instead of losing value to inflation, it's actually working for you while it waits.
Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, right? But how do we actually put it into practice? Let's walk through exactly how you can build this new, smarter safety net step by step.
Here's your new playbook. It is so simple. Step 1. Create your dedicated spending shock fund. Pick a fixed number. Maybe it's $1,000, maybe it's $2,000. Whatever covers those common, annoying surprises for you. Step 2. Park that money in a high-yield savings account. Keep it separate. It's safe and it's ready. And then, Step 3, you build your bigger income shock fund, the classic 3 to 6 months of expenses, and a more liquid investment account, like a brokerage account, where it has real growth potential. It's the best of both worlds. You get immediate security and long-term financial efficiency. You see, by moving from a single emergency fund to this two-part system, you're not just better prepared for a crisis. you are making your money work so much harder for you every single day. It's such a great reminder that sometimes the best financial moves come from just questioning that conventional wisdom we've always taken for granted. So it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What other financial rules are out there that might deserve a second look?